Assalamu alaikum all of you. I'm Farhan Naz and today I'm going to tell you about the basic information of English literature, and being the student of English literature I want all of you to know this basic information. Hopefully it will help you in any interview or in any exam also. So listen it carefully. I'm going to tell you about the literary persons and their titles. Geoffrey Chaucer is the father of English literature. Geoffrey Chaucer is the father of English poetry. He is the father of English language and the morning star of the Renaissance. He is also known as the first national poet. Venerable Bede is the father of English learning and the father of English history. King Alfred the Great is the father of English prose. Aeschylus is the father of tragedy. Nicholas Udall is the first English comedy writer. Edmund Spenser is the poet's poet. He is the child of Renaissance and the bridge between Renaissance and Reformation. Gutenberg is the father of printing. William Caxton is the father of English press. Francis Bacon is the father of English essay. John Wycliffe is the morning star of the Reformation. Christopher Marlowe is the father of English tragedy. William Shakespeare is the bard of Avon, the father of English drama. Sweet Swan of Avon, the bard. Robert Burns is the bard of Ayrshire, the national poet of Scotland. Raby, the ploughman's poet. William Dunbar is the Chaucer of Scotland. John Dryden is the father of English criticism. William of Newbury is the father of historical criticism. John Donne is known as the poet of love and the metaphysical poet. John Milton is epic poet, the great master of verse, lady of the Christ College, poet of the Devil's Party, master of the grand style, and the blind poet of England. Alexander Pope is the mock heroic poet. William Wordsworth was the worshipper of nature. He was the high priest of nature, the poet of nature, the lake poet, poet of childhood, egotistical sublime. Samuel Taylor Coleridge is the poet of supernaturalism and the opium eater. Coleridge and Wordsworth were the father of Romanticism and they were the lake poets. Lord Byron was the rebel poet. P.B. Shelley was the revolutionary poet and the poet of hope and regeneration. John Keats is the poet of beauty. William Blake is the mystic poet. John Keats was the chameleon poet. Lord Alfred Tennyson was the representative of the Victorian era. George Bernard Shaw was the greatest modern dramatist and the iconoclast. Jane Austen was anti-romantic in Romantic age. Lindley Murray was the father of English grammar. James Joyce was the father of English stream of consciousness. Edgar Allan Poe was the father of English mystery play. He was the father of English short story also. Henry Fielding was the father of English novel. Samuel Johnson was the father of English one-act play. Sigmund Freud was a great psychoanalyst. Robert Frost was the poet of terror. Francisco Petrarch was the father of sonnet. He was the father of humanism. Sir Thomas Wyatt was the father of English sonnet. Henry Louis was the father of Indian Anglican sonnet. William Hazlitt was critic's critic. Charles Lamb was the essay of Elia. Arthur Miller was the Mulk Raj Anand of America. Addison was the voice of humanist Puritanism. Emerson was the Seneca of America. Mother Teresa was the boon of heaven. Thomas Nash was the young juvenile. Thomas Dekker was the forerunner of humorist. Homer was the father of epic poetry. Homer was the blind poet also. Henrik Ibsen is the father of modern theatre. Rabindranath Tagore was the Indian national poet. Nassim Ezekiel was the father of Indian English poetry. Mikhail Madhusudan Dutta was the father of Indo-Anglican drama. Mulk Anand was the father of Indo-Anglican fiction. He was the author of Untouchable also. Mark Twain was the father of American literature. Walt Whitman was the father of American English poetry. William Dunlap was the father of American drama. Cyrus Brockton Brown was the father of American novel. Anton Chekhov was the father of modern short story. Ferdinand de Saussure was the father of linguistics. Noam Chomsky was the father of modern linguistics. Robert Browning was the poet of psychological love. He was the father of dramatic monologue also. Isaac Asimov was the father of science fiction. Empedocles was the father of rhetoric. Kalidasa was the Shakespeare of India. Ruskin Bond was the Wordsworth of India. And Horace Walpole was the father of Gothic novel. Thank you for your patience listening, and if you have any query you can ask me in the comment section. I'm also going to add the a link in the description box. You can also consult it if you need.